Hello, besties! And welcome back to the internet's favorite courtroom, where the judge is petty, the jury is traumatized, and the evidence is screenshots. I'm your host, Roxy Vale, professional tea spiller, emotional support gremlin, and defender of common sense. Today, we're diving into some of the most unhinged, chaotic, and deeply questionable Am I the A-hole stories the internet has to offer. Some of these people need therapy, some need apologies, and some need to be banned from having opinions. So grab your snacks, grab your emotional support beverage, and let's ruin our faith in humanity together. Let's begin. Our first story is a masterclass in doing the right thing in the most catastrophically wrong way possible. The red flags aren't just waving, they're performing a synchronized swimming routine. Let's go. My 17-year-old sister, Jenna, has always been a bit naive, so when I snooped and found Tinder on her phone, my heart dropped. Her profile said she was 19, a college girl looking for fun. Instead of confronting her or telling our parents, I decided to teach her a lesson she'd never forget. I got pictures from my friend, who is an actual male model, and created a profile for Chad, a 22-year-old finance bro who loved hiking and deep conversations. I swiped right on Jenna and we matched instantly. I spent 3 days texting her as Chad, laying it on thick. She fell for it completely, even telling Chad things she never tells us. She agreed to meet me at a moderately fancy Italian restaurant. To our parents, she said she was going to a movie with friends. The night of the date, I revealed my plan to our dad. He thought it was brilliant. We drove to the restaurant and saw her sitting alone at a table for two, nervously checking her phone. We waited a full 15 minutes before my dad walked up to her table. He leaned in and said, loud enough for others to hear, "He's not coming." Jenna's face just crumbled. She started crying right there. We then sat down and lectured her for a solid hour about how stupid and dangerous her actions were. Okay, let's pump the brakes. Let's just pull over on the highway to hell and unpack this. Yes, a 17-year-old on Tinder is a 5-alarmed fire of bad ideas. The concern is valid, the fear is real. But this was not a lesson. This was a season finale of a psychological thriller. You didn't just cross a line, you launched yourself over it with a catapult. You had so many opportunities to be a good sibling. You could have talked to her. You could have shown her articles about the dangers. You could have gone directly to your parents. But no, you chose to become an undercover agent for the FBI of family drama. You created a fake human, emotionally manipulated your sister for days, and then brought your dad in as backup for a public humiliation sting operation. You didn't teach her a lesson, you orchestrated a core memory of betrayal and shame. You took a legitimate safety concern and turned it into emotional warfare. The lesson she learned isn't don't talk to strangers. The lesson she learned is I can't trust my own family. Verdict: you are so profoundly the a-hole, you might as well be the CEO. Your intention might have started as protection, but your execution was cruelty, wrapped in a bow of self-righteousness. Next up, we have a story where love, family, and a complete lack of cultural awareness collide. Cultural disrespect has entered the chat, and it is not being subtle. My fiance and I have been together for 7 years and are planning our wedding. I come from a Nigerian family, and it's culturally important for us to have a symbolic bride price ceremony. It's not about the money, it's a gesture of respect between the two families. I explained this to him, suggesting a small symbolic amount, maybe the equivalent of $100. He immediately shut it down. He went on a rant about how it was backwards and primitive, and that he wasn't going to buy his wife. I tried to explain again that it's a symbolic act of honor, not a transaction. He refused to listen and said my family needed to get with the times. Now, his refusal to even consider this part of my heritage is making me reconsider the entire marriage. Hold on, let me get this straight. You have been with this woman for 7 years, 2,555 days. You've met her family, you've eaten her family's food, and now when she asks you to participate in a symbolic tradition that honors her entire lineage, you call it backwards? Sir, the only thing backwards here is your thinking. This isn't about the $100. You've probably spent more on a single night out. This is about your blatant refusal to respect something that is deeply meaningful to the woman you claim you want to spend your life with. Calling her culture primitive isn't just ignorant, it's a colossal insult. He doesn't have to fully understand it, but he absolutely has to respect it. His reaction shows that he views her culture as less than, an inconvenience. Verdict? She is so clearly not the a-hole. Reconsidering the marriage is the sanest thing she could do. If he can't handle a symbolic gesture, how will he handle actual life challenges? He doesn't need a wife, he needs a class in cultural humility, immediately. Part 2. All right, this one made my soul want to file for divorce from my body. Prepare yourselves. I have two sons, 14 and 16, and my 15-year-old stepdaughter, Anna, shares a bathroom with them. Anna recently started her period and disposes of her used pads and tampons wrapped in toilet paper in the bathroom trash can. My sons came to me complaining that it was gross and made them uncomfortable. So I sat Anna down and told her that she needs to hide them better or take her trash out to the main garbage bin outside every single time. She got upset and said it was a normal bodily function. Excuse me? Sir, let's analyze this. Your teenage sons, who I guarantee have seen things on the internet that would make a demon blush, are made uncomfortable by a wrapped up period product, and your solution isn't to educate your sons, but to shame your stepdaughter? She isn't disposing of a state secret, she is managing her own biology. This is not Anna's problem to solve. This is a golden opportunity